I got 0.21 Litecoin. Now, if I want to withdraw, so I gotta wait 6 days. It won't let me withdraw it. So you got to keep your money on Coinbase, I guess. All right, but I can still show you all the steps without hitting send. Okay, so let's say that, and this works the same for pro.coinbase or Coinbase. I just usually do it. So if I wanted to send it to KuCoin, I would go here. So do that again. I want to send it to a crypto address. And it's essentially like emailing. If you want to email somebody, you send it to what? An email address. So when you send cryptocurrency, it literally is like sending an email to yourself, but with money. So hit crypto address. Now you go to KuCoin and you hit main account, assets main account. And you don't have any Litecoin on here yet, right? Because you just signed up. So what you do is you hit this search field right here, and you put LTC, the ticker, or you can probably just type in Litecoin if you don't know the ticker. So what do you want to do here on KuCoin? You want to deposit to KuCoin, but you are from Coinbase, you are withdrawing. See, it says withdraw, and this is deposit. So it's like, let's say, one email is sending it. So this is email A. Email A wants to send it to email B. So I'm sending it to myself, but it's different emails, right? So withdraw, deposit, send, receive. So this is the receiving end, so I would want to hit deposit. And what comes up is that, so you hit this, I've read. So this is the address, like this is your email address, right? So all you do is, or you can just hit this, is you copy it. And so what this is this is the email address for your KuCoin Litecoin wallet. So a wallet just means where it's stored. So let's say the wallet is similar to an email's folder. So if you have Gmail or Yahoo or whatever the heck you use, the wallet is like you have different folders. This is where I put my Litecoin. This is where I put my Bitcoin. So it's folder. So when I send it to myself from Coinbase, it will automatically go to the right folder. So this is like the address plus it sends it directly to the folder or the wallet. And that's what a wallet means on an exchange. It doesn't mean this. It's not technically. It works the same way if you download the wallet on your laptop or on your computer as well. But anyway, that's what it means here. So I copy that, and then I paste it there. And then you pick how much you want to send. Well, it actually let me send that small of amount. No, okay, I knew. So you can't send such small amounts because there's a fee. So I don't even have enough to cover the fee. And then assuming you can send more than 2,000ths of a Litecoin, and everything will look good, you just hit withdraw, and it will send. And then you have to wait 12 minutes. And so when you send, you typically, I have my own crypto phone where I keep my my Google Authenticator. So most of these, when you sign in and send money, to make sure no one's hacking you, your phone, you'll have to download Google Authenticator, right? And then you have to enter the code. So right now I would have entered 64. I don't know if you can see that code. I would have entered it in there, and if I just hold it there for a little second more, it'll change. It's on a timer, like 30 seconds. I don't really know what it is. So you can see where my finger is, that there's a circle getting less and less full. That's the timer. So you enter. So once you hit withdraw, it'll actually pull up the next page where enter your Google authentication. You enter it and then you hit send. But that's how you do it. All right. So let's say I actually had more Litecoin than this that I could send. But you saw the steps. It's literally the same. and it'll just, when you hit withdraw, it'll pull up, please enter Google authentication. All right, hit send, good to go. Then you wait. So you sit here, you put your beer down, your wine down, whatever you have, and you wait 12 minutes. But and then when it finally gets there to KuCoin or wherever you're sending it, KuCoin is different where you have different accounts. So if I wanted to sell my Litecoin, I could not do that from the main account, and it hits my main account. So let's just say that some of my TE food, which I bought this crap when it was way under a penny. It was like 0.7 cents, so 0.007 in US dollar values. It's just gone crazy, and it's just getting started. But anyway, I only spent like $1,500 on it too, so actually a little more than that, because I chipped in over 2018, 2019. But anyway, you have to. So let's say this is Litecoin. So it finally arrived. Bam! I have my Litecoin, right? But it would actually be like this. So you would see this sign instead, right? And it would pop up at the top if that's all you have. So, so let's say, okay, my Litecoin arrived. I have $50 of Litecoin. I wanted to buy something else with it. So you can't just take your Litecoin and buy, TE food. You have to sell the Litecoin first for either Bitcoin or your Tether, which is USDT. So remember those pairings. You have to sell it for one of those two, and then you can buy TE food. So let's say your Litecoin arrived and you want to sell it. This is the main account. You have to send it to your trading account first, right? This is KuCoin. Most exchanges don't work this way. You just, they don't have a main account, a trading account, and a margin account. It's just one, and you can just hit trade. Like, there would be a fourth button here that says trade. I want to transfer it to my trading account. So automatically, kind of default, it knows what you want to do. Let's just say I want to, I'll just move 2,500 of these bad boys over. All right, so now your Litecoin here will be gone if you moved it all over. You'll have 0 Litecoin here. It'll be over in your trading account. And again, KuCoin's about the only site that has the different accounts. It's usually just one. And this little button here, trade, would have been on the other page for most websites. It says withdrawal, deposit, and trade. You have 3 options right there on one page. So KuCoin, you got to transfer it over first. So remember that. And KuCoin is a great site. I recommend signing up for it. And because it's got a lot of stuff that most exchanges don't. Anyway, and the reason why a lot of coins aren't on other exchanges is because exchanges hold them hostage. They make them pay. Like, to get on Binance, to sell your stuff on Binance, you have to pay them like $1 million, literally. And how do they do it if they don't have a working product? They use dumbasses' money who's buying their 91-cent Cardano because they have billions of dollars now because idiots keep buying it. They have $28 billion of investor money, right? And when they created their coin, they automatically gave themselves 20% of all the coins. So now they have 20% of all the coins, and they're a billionaire. So they have 20% of 28 billion in Cardano's case, right? That's a lot of money. He's a billionaire. And so he can easily pay off Binance. But KuCoin, it's the people's exchange, so they don't hold people hostage. There might be like a fee of $3,000 or $5,000 for these new, smaller coins to get on here, and that is kind of the reason why Coinbase and Binance only have the big coins, with few exceptions. Binance is older than Coinbase, and some of the OG coins that have been around for a long time, Binance, had them before crypto became a big thing, and before they started realizing, we can charge $1 million for somebody to want to use our site because we're so popular. So a lot of coins on there that were from the old days, like Viacoin, for example, is on Binance. They didn't pay them $1 million because they were one of the first. They've been around since like 2013, almost as old as Bitcoin. Or Bitcoin's 2009, I guess. So anyway, back to this. So let's say this is Litecoin, right? Just imagine this as Litecoin. you would hit trade, because again, I want to buy. Let's just say I want to buy. Actually, one I found, Senso. And the reason I know Senso is on KuCoin is because when I go to CoinMarketCap, you click the market, and you can tell which places sell it. So it's not sold everywhere. Can you get this on Coinbase? No. Can you get it on KuCoin? Yes. And can Americans use all these places? No. I don't think Americans can use HitBTC or Bittrex. And I used to use Poloniex, but they just kicked U.S. customers out because of the SEC. So exchanges typically don't deal with Americans because our government is, like we're kind of like the financial hub of the world. So anyway, so yes, it's sold on KuCoin. So I want to buy some Senso, and I recommend you all check that out. It's a look at the market cap. It's 4 million market cap, and when you check it out and see what it's about and what big names have actually been like Jay-Z. Jay-Z invested 4 million into Senso, which is the market cap. So they actually have more outside investor money than retail investor money, more than the market cap. So, and another billionaire on the Forbes 100 list also believes in this project, and I haven't bought any yet, so I'm not technically shilling, but I'm about ready to buy $50 worth or whatever the amount is, or I don't know how much tea food I just sold, where I'm getting ready to sell it. Anyway, check this out. So anyway, where was I? Okay, so this is Litecoin. Here we go. So I'm going to hit trade. I want to buy Senso because I know it's sold on KuCoin because I hit market instead of the default overview, right? So I want to buy it, and I'm going to take my Litecoin and hit trade. I don't think... So can I trade it or sell it into ETH first? I actually don't know, but everything you can buy with Bitcoin. So it's just safer just sell it for Bitcoin. So this would say LTC BTC instead of Tone BTC, right? So we go here, and the same thing applies. You can market or limit sell. So I'm looking to sell it. So I'm looking to sell it, and there's actually a pretty big gap here on a percentage basis from 52 to 98. So the market is not moving right now, mostly because these numbers aren't moving around because it's not a huge market. So so when you hear the word liquidity, that's what this means. I mean, look, the numbers aren't moving. There aren't. So the numbers moving on Coinbase, a lot of that is bots. And what bots, so the reason why exchanges put bots on there to move crap around and do ghost orders even though it never plans, or sometimes the Coinbase's bots literally are buying and selling. The reason they want to do that is all because of advertising. CoinMarketCap, when somebody goes, let's say, how do I buy Cardano? Companies with the most trading volume go to the top. So exchanges have incentive to fake actual orders and buy and sell to themselves without, and obviously Coinbase won't be charging itself. So it's just buying and selling to itself for free, essentially. And it's driving up the amount of volume that it does. So Binance has more volume than anybody. That's why it's at the top. Kind of like on the coins on CoinMarketCap, the ones with the highest market cap are on top. So that's what most of this moving around crap is. It's bots, and that's why bots exist, to be higher on CoinMarketCap. So newbies, when they try to find out, okay, which exchange am I going to use, they see it first because they're too lazy to scroll down, basically. Anyway, but a lot of this is real because there are a lot of people buying Litecoin all over the world. It's a 24/7 market. It doesn't close like traditional markets. So right now it's probably mostly Japanese, far in South Koreans, and bots, essentially, or night owl, or people out in California. I guess it's only, it's 3 hours behind. Right now I'm recording this, it's almost 11 p.m. So anyway, okay, so we're focused on the red. The stuff's not moving, and that's why. Smaller market, less liquidity. So there are fewer people trying to buy and sell all at once. So to, I guess, explain liquidity even more, let's say I wanted to sell 1 million of these. Well, how far up would that go? That's what liquidity means. So the farther up it would go to sell 1 million, or for in this example, that's the worst liquidity. So here, only 5 of them, 179 of them, 65,000, that's good. 46,000, that's good. So on and so forth. So the liquidity here actually isn't, but how much is the price changing? So from 55 to 60, from a percentage basis, this is huge. So so you can just kind of ignore all these zeros for now. This is how much Bitcoin it costs to sell. So they're trying to sell, so this person's here trying to sell about 2,800 for this much BTC. So how many, like a lot of zeros. So it's like 6,340 Satoshis, which this here is 1/100,000th of a Bitcoin. This zero, that's why it goes out that far. It only goes to a 100,000th. So this is 6,340 Satoshis of Bitcoin is what they're trying to sell this amount at. And that is a huge price difference from 55. So, or 56, let's say 56 to, what did I just say? I can't remember, 65. On a percentage basis, that's 11% or something. That's a big percent. So liquidity is not good here. But 1 million of them, that would be like $28,000 worth. So don't sell $28,000 worth of anything at a time. Essentially. So that's what I mean by when I said earlier, I'm about to say something important, and this is especially important for smaller markets. That's what I mean by you will move the market. So do like $150, $250 worth at a time and wait. And when you do that, KuCoin does have its own bots. So let's just show you. So let me do I want to do a market sell. So its market sells down here. So I click it, and I like KuCoin because I can't remember how. So I have 2,500 of them here ready in this trading account that I moved over. So if I wanted to sell half, I can sell half. And the reason why this is so convenient is because sometimes you have 0.03156 Bitcoin here, and you want to buy half of what you can buy with. So you imagine you have a certain amount of Bitcoin, like 0.035, something amount. You want to use half of that money to buy one coin and half of it to buy the other. Well, you don't have to sit there and do division, on a calculator. You can just hit 50% buy and then hit buy. But here, let's just do half. I'll half sell market, I'll market sell half of that. All right, and then you'll see these things move here. The bots should start picking it up if I remember correctly. So it should instantly sell it. So see how this number here reduced by 1,250? It was at 16,000 something. So it literally took from this. So there aren't really bots here. That makes me feel better. So these are all real. The bot did that. See that pop up? That's not a person doing that crap. That's a bot. So the reason why they're doing it is because they're trying to close the gap between this 52 number and this 98 number. That, even though it's less than, that's like a full percent. That's a percent, because 55 and 0.5. So yeah, that's a whole percent difference, and that's big, and the websites don't like that. So even if it's a tiny amount, they still want the difference to be very small, because if it's not small, that means you suck, essentially, as an exchange. And it just shows how bad the liquidity is. So the bot kicked in just a tiny bit. So KuCoin used its own money, so these are only worth like 2.9 cents a piece. So they just spent, 7 cents or whatever, 8 cents to bot this. 7 cents of their own money, right? So that's what just happened there. Anyway, and let's say if you wanted to limit sell, well, there's not a lot of movement. So if you do limit sell, then it might take a minute, but let's see what happens. So the highest price that somebody's willing to buy it right now is $55.75. Let's see what happens if I put $55.80 to sell. So if I put $55.80, it would be below this by a long shot and closer to here, right? So because the numbers go higher here this way, So these people are trying to sell for a higher price, and I'm selling it for a lower price than this because I want it to sell quickly, and I want one of these green people to say, "Ooh, yeah, that's a good price," and I will jump up and I will go grab that order. So I will go ahead and limit, and then price. You can just go like this, and it'll autofill, and then you can just switch it. So let's just put, what did I say, 80 amount. Yeah, I could put 100% this time because the other tone that I just had is already Bitcoin. So this time I would put 100% to sell the second half. And then, let's see here, 55.80. Yeah, so let's see what happens. So you'll see my order pop up here. And then the bot, see what the bot just did? It used, 12 cents of KuCoin's own money to try to close the gap. See what it did? So this is bot, this is a bot. These aren't people doing that crap. People don't have any incentive to do that. Therefore, the statistical likelihood of that being a person trying to do this is so low. There's no reason. There's not enough money for arbitrage here. Arbitrage meaning you make money off of exchanges selling stuff for different prices, essentially. There's a lot of money in that, but you got to be really savvy. So the market's not moving. There's not a lot of liquidity, right? So I'm getting impatient, which technically I am. I'm an impatient person. So if I want to get rid of that, I just hit, stuff's moving, not enough. So I want to hit cancel. I want to say, screw it, I'm impatient. I'll just spend an extra 5 pennies to do a market sell. Okay, here we go, sell. So again, imagine this is Litecoin. It's the same thing. All right, now now all my Litecoin is now Bitcoin. All right. Y'all are lucky I like cryptocurrency. So anyway, so I would go, see, how do I switch the ticker? Okay, so this up here is how you get to a different pairing, right? So now that I have all Bitcoin and no more Litecoin, and I want to buy that Senso thing, so I want to look at its ticker. The ticker is Senso. So I would, I think I would type in Senso. Yeah. So since I did not sell it into Tether, which USDT is Tether, I don't want to click this because I don't have any Tether. I have Bitcoin right now, right? So, and you see here that I could not have just taken my Litecoin and bought Senso with it. This is why you have to sell it for Bitcoin first. So hit that one because I have Bitcoin, not Tether. So pick that pairing. Now let's see how liquid this market is. So these are 654. Actually, this might be more than a Satoshi. Yeah, there aren't as many zeros here. So the price is probably higher than 2 cents. Which, yeah, it's 34 cents. Okay. Anyway, but again, price doesn't matter. It is just the market cap. So the market cap of Senso is 4 million, which is tiny, right? Tiny compared to 28 billion of Cardano. That's well, like I said in the last video, that's 7,000 times the difference, right? So let's just look. So let's just do it live. Let's just see the exact amount. And this is crap I do all the time. I use Google to figure out how much times bigger one project is than the other. So I'll just put, yeah, I gotta take out the commas, I think. Should be some 7,000, yeah. So it's 7,000, almost 7,000 times bigger than this coin, which is more proof that Cardano, without a single product and a cent of revenue, 0 cents of revenue, is way overvalued. It's just insane. It's just insane. All right. Anyway, so let's say that if I bought it right now, my $50, and I think that it'll get as big as Cardano, my $50, if this really ever did get as big as Cardano, would be, if I sold it once it got to this amount, I would then have, shoot, new keyboard. I'm clicking all sorts of crap. I would have $339,000 from $50. So even more to show you how overvalued Cardano is. And people are still buying Cardano. So by $50 would turn into that. That is just crazy. So don't buy Cardano. Now, a realistic goal for yourself is something like, if you think, a reasonable market cap for a pretty big coin is like during a bull market. So the page one of CoinMarketCap, pretty soon at the very bottom, the number 100th coin, it'll be over $1 billion. So if you think it might ever be a top 100 coin, the top biggest, and you think you can get to $1 billion market cap, all right? So this is kind of what I think about before I buy stuff, and it's currently at 4 million. And I think it'll get. And I want to sell when it gets to $1 billion because I researched it. I think it's got a good product, and it's obvious that Moon Boys and a YouTube superstar hasn't talked about it yet. Therefore, idiots haven't bought it yet, and it hasn't mooned and it hasn't been hyped. But I want to sell it once it gets to that point. I have a goal to sell at that point. So 9 zeros divided by 4.1 million, something like that. So what this number means is that's how much times more my money would be. So to go from 4 million cap to $1 billion cap, that means it increased 243 times. And so my $50 under that goal, if it ever met that, and I sold it, I would have $12,000 from $50. Does that happen? Hell yes. This is why small caps are so, that's why I keep talking about them. You can literally turn $50 into 10 grand, in the matter of weeks. And I'll actually just show you. What Verge did last time is insane and already saw its moon. So it's not going to happen again. It's at a $500 million value, and it's worthless. It's horrible. So look at this. All right, this is just fucking crazy. Look at the market cap. So I'm hovering here. In April of 2017, the market cap was $1 million. No, April it was 700,000. All right, so this is what cryptocurrency used to be. No projects had 28 billion. Hell, Bitcoin didn't have 28 billion in it. This was normal. All right, what's happening now after 2017 is insane. So Verge had $735,000 of total investor money. So less than $1 million. Okay, that is freaking reasonable, right? Because you can put hopes and dreams into this, and you don't know if it's actually going to ever be adopted, but might as well. It's under $1 million cap. Look what happened, right? So let's just take. Was it under that? Yeah, it was. Shit, look at that. It was at $250,000. Oh my gosh, God, you could have made so much money. Let's say you bought it here at about $500,000, right? Of investor money, which the price, if you see that, that's a lot of zeros before it hits numbers. So zero is a number, but I'm forgetting the terminology for it. Integer, real number. I can't remember what whole numbers above zero are. But anyway, so let's say you bought it here, and the market cap was $500,000. Look at this crap. Look at this. This happens. Watch. Boom. Went up to 78 million market cap. So that's 140 times your money. Right? So $1,000, if you bought it then, is now $140,000. It's just crazy. All right? It happens. It's real. I'm not joking. And then it leveled off for months. It actually went down. So if you bought it here, right? And so what I'm about to say here is also, so the third important thing. If you buy it when it's skyrocketing, right? So it just went from, less than $1 million to 78. Look, if you put $1,000 in, and look what happened. Boom. You have less than $500 now because the market cap went down by more than half, 50% drop, and now you're freaking out like, ooh, I'm going to sell. No, don't sell it. You shouldn't have bought it when it was skyrocketing in the first place. But just wait what happens. Just wait. Boom, boom. And then Verge paid Mark McAfee or John McAfee, so like the antivirus guy, they paid him to talk about it. And look what happened. Boom! $3.8 billion of market cap. Can you actually sell it at that amount? No. But you made the goal to sell it at $1 billion. Or let's say $2 billion. You made the goal to sell it here, which is reasonable. It bounced around here a lot. You sold it at 2.3 billion market cap, and you bought it, what did I say, at $500,000. So, what did I say, 2 point, let's just pick 2.3. Yeah. Okay. So $1 became $4,600 real. Like this happened. This freaking happened. All right. So let's say, how much did we say you bought? 1,000. All right. Well, you multiply 1,000 by this because you sold it at that. That's how many times the market cap was up from the time you bought to the time you sold. All right. So if you bought $1,000 of that, you are a millionaire now. Look at this crap. $4.6 million. Bro, I'm half retired. And so this happens. This happens. But if you buy stuff on page one of market cap, you never even have the chance. Now, will you find the right crypto to actually go crazy like that? It's hard. It doesn't happen to all of them. It happened with Stellar. Stellar and Verge were the big winners of last run. Not many people know that, but on a percentage basis, how many times the market cap went up, they were the highest. Stellar is XLM, so don't buy those two because it's not going to happen again. Their glory days are over. It's never going to see a $4,000 or 4,000 times increase. But a lot of people became millionaires with $1,000. Like a lot of people, and it's going to happen again. It's going to be even bigger this time, people. It's going to be even bigger. It's going to be bigger than last run. You thought 2017 was insane with Bitcoin at 20,000. This is going to dwarf this. So there are going to be more millionaires this time, which is why I keep telling you all, buy small cap coins under $20 million market cap. All right. Because this could, what I just calculated here, it cannot happen with Cardano. It can't. So if Cardano's 28, if it even went up 500 times, there's not that much money in America. The market cap can't get that big. Your $100 will never become $10,000 in Cardano. It's not possible. That much money isn't in existence. It doesn't exist. It's never going to happen. It's overvalued, right? But it can happen with small caps. And it not only can happen, it has happened. And not only has it happened, it's going to happen again. And not only is it going to happen again, it's going to happen more. I guarantee it. All right? So this is why I don't shut up about cryptocurrency, because it's real. Anyway, I'm a real boy, Pinocchio. Sorry, I got excited. But this is so exciting. This is just so ridiculous. But you got to pick the winner. And I can't even remember if I bought this crap yet. What am I doing here? Bitcoin. No, I haven't. So I canceled my order, right? Okay. So I was on limit. I couldn't sell it because it wasn't moving. Or maybe that was T-Food. Whatever. You get the point. I'm impatient. I'm just going to do market buy 100% of my Bitcoin that I have. Buy Senso. I bought it. So it's automatic. And you saw these numbers up here change. You saw this ticker go up. So I technically moved the market. So I don't know if you want to rewind, but this went up and these numbers change. And if you see this go up with your buy, that's also what liquidity means. I moved the market with what? I don't even know what 2,100. How many was it? 2,500. It's worth about 3 cents. I moved the market with $75. Right? A little bit, but I moved it. You saw it moved. That's what liquidity means. And so liquidity will go up on small caps, obviously, once more people are buying it. See, it just dropped right back down. See that? So even with, so this is why you don't, so I don't know if you saw that drop back down, but that's the exact reason you don't buy $1,000 worth at once. Do not hit market buy with $1,000. You will go, it'll move way up here and it'll drop right back down. And if you just bought $100 or even $50 at a time, it'll go up a tiny bit and come back down. Buy it again, go up a tiny bit, come back down. And that's liquidity on small stuff. And once the coin, if it does indeed get bigger and more people are buying it, obviously the liquidity will go up and you'll never see this move at all. Especially with Cardano, you can't move Cardano unless you are a multi-millionaire. There's a little ton of liquidity because everybody thinks it's cheap because it's under $1. So there are a lot of people with $500 buying that crap. So sad. But anyway, yeah. So now I have the coin that I wanted to go get here. And so just to recap, now that I'm not going to go on any more tangents, don't buy anything on Coinbase.com. It'll charge too much. Use pro.coinbase and use pro.coinbase, deposit USD bank account, okay? And then pick the right pairing. Let's say you want to move it off this exchange, buy Litecoin. That's the best thing to send. So you go up to select market, Litecoin, and since I entered USD, I would pick the USD pairing. I would go to market if I want to be impatient and spend an extra 5 cents and just hit max and buy. And now I have Litecoin, and this would change to whatever amount. Then you would go to withdraw Litecoin, so you have to pick what you're withdrawing, right? So there are a lot of options. What did I buy about Litecoin? And I want to send Litecoin. I hit that, and then I want to send it to a crypto address. So what do I do now? I go to where I want to send it, to my other email, and come on now. I don't know why KuCoin. It always makes it look like I signed out, but I didn't. Here it goes. Go to assets. For KuCoin, it has split stuff. Usually it's just one. So main account, because that's how you send money off of KuCoin and send money to KuCoin as your main account. But if you want to sell it, you got to move it to your trading account first by transfer button here that you'll see pop up here in a second. But usually it's all in one. On literally every other site that I've ever seen. Okay, so wait 12 minutes or so, depending on how many people are using Litecoin at that time. It could take 5 minutes or less. I've seen it pop up in 3 when in a bear market when no one's using the blockchain. But anyway, I would hit deposit because I want to send it to KuCoin. So this is deposit here, but it's withdrawal from the other site. This is my wallet. I click copy. I go back to another tab and paste it, right? And then I select how much I want to send. So if you don't want to send all of it, because maybe you bought 5 Litecoin, you want to send 2.5 to KuCoin and 2.5 to Gemini or whatever exchange, Stex or CoinDCX, which are 2 I suggest you use, CoinDCX and Stex. So I want to send 2.5 to Stex, or to KuCoin. Let's say 2.5 to KuCoin because I want to save my other 2.5 if I had 5 to somewhere else, Stex. And then withdraw. And then what pops up next is you have to enter in your Google. This is my crypto phone. This is it doesn't even have service. It just has internet connection. But anyway, because I don't want to lose my authenticators, and because it's a bitch to get them back. So if you break your phone and you have your Google authenticators on it, oof. You don't lose your money, but you essentially have to re-sign, do all the steps to sign up again. It's a bummer, but you don't lose your money. So if you break your phone and you have $10,000 of cryptocurrency, and during the bull market you're not out of luck, so don't freak out if you break your phone. But it's on your phone, and so when I hit withdrawal, I just enter those 6 digits, and then boom, it sends. It says success. You wait 12 minutes, bam, my Litecoin shows up in my assets. And so heads up, when you send your money for free to Coinbase, you got to wait 6 days. And if you don't hold it in US dollars, so let's say you bought Litecoin with it and Litecoin starts going down, your money's going down. But if you think it'll keep going up, and during that 6-day waiting period by 5%, 2%, or just any percent up, you might as well buy Litecoin and just hold it, because now you can buy more of whatever you wanted to buy, as opposed to watching Litecoin's price go up as your money stays the same, right? But you can just be safe and just keep US dollars on there and don't buy Litecoin for 6 days. And once your 6 day probation period is up, buy the Litecoin, send it just like I showed you, and then sell Litecoin for Bitcoin, and then use that Bitcoin you just bought essentially from Litecoin on KuCoin. So here, and then use the pairing of BTC and whatever other coin you want to buy, and then you got it.